Okay, so now the easy one. So naming molecular or covalent compounds is super easy. So instead of doing metal and non-metal, and then you might have to have a Roman numeral, they're all non-metals, remember, and it's just going to be two things. These are bimolecular compounds that we're naming. These are actually going to get a prefix, and the prefix equals whatever the subscript was. Okay, so no crisscrossing, no figuring out charges. These don't have charges, remember, they're not ionic. So you would do a prefix is the subscript, and then you would name your first element. And then you would do it again for the second one. The prefix equals whatever its subscript is. And then you would name your second element. But then you need to add an IDE at the end. So everything should end in IDE except if it's a polyatomic ion. That's the only time it won't. Okay. So the prefixes you need to know are essentially if something is a 1, it's a mono, 2 is di, 3 is tri. These are all ones you should probably be able to figure out. 4, however, is tetra. Okay. 5 is penta, and then the rest of them are exactly what you would assume they're going to be based on like geometry. 6 is hexa, and so on and so forth. Okay. So 4 is the one that most of the time people forget. So tetra is 4, but the rest of these you should be able to figure out. Now there is one rule. You don't use mono if it's on the first element. Don't use on first element. So your name should never start with mono. You only need it if it's for the second element. So I'm going to name 2 of these, and then you guys try the other 2. So this is carbon. Remember, I said you don't use mono on the first one. And I have 2 sulfurs. It's going to be disulfide. Change the ending to ID. Okay, AsBr3. As is arsenic. So this is arsenic tribromide. All right, give these other 2 a try. All right, so it should be phosphorus pentachloride and dinitrogen tetroxide. Now, I'm not worried about spelling, so if you write tetraoxide, you didn't know you dropped the A, not a big deal. It's really whatever sounds right, okay? And there is no rule. I always get asked this question about like where to cut off the element name to add IDE. Sometimes it's 1 syllable, sometimes it's 2. It's really whatever sounds most correct. So sorry, there's really no rule.